Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a cup noodle tutorial, guys. So my baby sister is having a baby shower. She's doing a Sailor Moon theme, which is Asian theme. So we wanted to go with some Asian party favors, and I thought this would be the perfect time to do some cup noodles. Y'all know in the Black community we love cup noodles. We love noodles, period. And, in the Asian community as well. So we wanted to go ahead and do those party favors. So if you like what you see, go ahead and continue to watch the video. And thank you guys for supporting my channel for so long. I didn't expect all the subscribers that I have. And I haven't posted a video in a while because, guys, I had a baby. I got married all in 2022. So I've been taking some time off to focus on my family and my health. So I'm back now. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who has been supporting this channel and following the channel, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the video. Hey guys, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the ADM Graphics channel so you can be a part of the family, and go ahead and like this video and drop some comments in the comment box below. Alrighty guys, we're going to jump into this tutorial for this cup of noodles party favor. So I wanted to do, like I said before, I wanted to do something really different, and I haven't seen anybody do cup noodles before. So I wanted to just try it out on my own. So what I did was I made my own template. You guys can find the template in a link in the description box below. I do sell my templates on Etsy for a very low price. So if you would like to do this project, you can go ahead and grab those from my Etsy store. So what I'm doing here is, and I forgot to record the very beginning of me doing this project, but I'll tell you a little bit about it. So these cup of noodles are for my baby sister. She's having a Black girl Sailor Moon themed baby shower for my very first niece. So I'm super excited for this project. So the first thing that I do, of course, is open up canva.com. I do have the Canva Pro subscription, and I highly suggest getting the Canva Pro subscription if you do designs or you do party favors. It's definitely worth it. I use Canva for a lot of my projects, and I really love the website and program. So here I am designing the top portion of the noodle cup. And my baby sister also designed, if you see the black cartoon Sailor Soraya, she designed that logo herself and sent it over to me so that I could do the designs for the cup noodles. So right now what I'm doing is just trying to find some extra images of noodles to put inside the design so that the people who get the party favors can actually see, like, oh, this is the chicken noodles, so that they'll have an idea of what's actually inside the package. But of course you'll be able to see the cup of noodle part on the side like you normally would. So now I actually didn't find a good picture that I wanted to use, so I just used the one that was still on the screen. So what I'm doing is I'm sizing the image to how I want it to lay in the background. It's actually going to lay in the background, but I'm going to just crop it over the design so that I can get it how I like it. And again, guys, I do apologize for not recording the very beginning of the video. Again, I opened up Canva and I opened up the template that I made for this. It's a 2-part template. And then I basically grabbed a purple galaxy background and put the words "Welcome, baby girl," and also put my sister's logo on the top portion. Now you see me here. I'm using the shadow effects and figuring out which shadow that I like. Most of the time I use a drop shadow and just edit it the way that I like it. Because I think it adds realisticness to your designs. I always use shadow for most of the images that I do in any designs, whether it be a person, whether it be a thing, food, whatever the case may be. I always use a shadow to make it stand out and have its own space on the design. So here again, I'm just figuring out which shadow that I like with different ones. Now I'm going ahead and adding a shadow to my Sailor Soraya icon here. And again, it's very important in my design process that I use shadow, and most of the time I bring the transparency all the way to 100 so that the shadow and the items can stand out. And right here you see me playing with different colors. In Canva you can use different colors. You can blur it, you cannot blur it. It just all depends on what type of design that you're trying to go for. But I definitely recommend in order to make your things look like they have a little bit more pop, I definitely recommend using the shadow effect. I've been using shadow even when I wasn't using Canva, and I'm sure most designers, if you guys use Photoshop or some form of program, you're putting shadow behind your different parts of your design, because it just makes it look more realistic, and it just makes it pop and look better. And with Canva, you can add multiple shadows. So you could do like a blur, as you guys, or a shadow where you're not doing blur. As you guys can see, that white outline, it just basically gives you an outline if you do not do the blur part. And then you can go back again and then add an additional shadow if you like to make that pop even more. And now I'm going to go ahead and try to find some chopsticks to add to my design. And I'm going in the elements panel and typing in purple chopsticks. And I was just so thrilled with this party theme. My favorite color is purple, and I have been a fan of Sailor Moon and the television show since I was a little girl. So I was very excited to do this theme for my baby sister. We really loved Sailor Moon, and y'all remember the theme song, "Fighting Evil by Moonlight, Winning Love by Daylight"? Y'all, that was my let me not curse, but that was my stuff, y'all. I really loved Sailor Moon as a little girl. So yeah, super happy for this design to come full circle for me. So again, we're just editing the top portion here of the design and changing the color to the chopsticks to I can't remember what color we went with it, but I think it was purple. As I'm seeing now and doing the voiceover, and I'm just playing around with the Sailor Soraya to see where I would like to position it. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the name Soraya to the design, and I'm going to go ahead and pick, I think I downloaded two Sailor Moon fonts, or fonts that were supposed to be close to how the original font is of Sailor Moon. Now, after doing this project, I don't really think that those were in particular good fonts to match with the Sailor Moon theme, but you know, you gotta try things out. That's what I really do, and that's another tip when you're doing projects. You want to keep the fonts in theme too. You want to keep everything in the theme of whatever the theme is for the party favors. And sometimes, you know, like as you guys see here, I really wasn't feeling that Soraya, so I wanted to change it to some other type of cursive font to make it pop out, because it is a name and it's the baby's name, so we really want that to show up and show out. So I wanted a thicker font. And again, for my Canva users out there, guys, you can upload your own fonts into Canva. You just have to go to the branding kit in your settings, and then you can upload all the different fonts that you would like to use for your project, so you're not just stuck with the fonts in Canva. And I feel like that helps a lot as well. So here I am changing the color to the Soraya to purple to match the theme, and I'm also going to add some type of shadow to make the letters pop off the page. And again, guys, shadow is your best friend, y'all. I love shadow. I don't know about anybody else, and again, you know, this is just me. I'm not, you know, I didn't go to school for graphic design, but I've been doing this for a very long time, and shadow just really it makes your projects go from 2D to 3D, if that makes any sense. So it gives it a realistic look, like as if the letters are popping off the page. Okay, so always go in with a shadow. You need a shadow. Don't just be putting fonts on stuff without any shadow or some type of way so it can stand out. And now what I'm doing is I am changing the phrase from welcome baby girl to welcoming Sailor Soraya. So then I want to make sure that my text is in a curve, so that it can mirror that bow that you see in the background. Okay, so you kind of want to make elements kind of fit together in the way that they are shaped. Okay, so now I'm looking for a big piece of chicken, because I feel like, okay, we know that these are noodles, but these are chicken flavored noodles. So I need like something to make this, you know, feel like this is a real wrapper or a real packaging for the cup noodles. So I'm just searching for some chicken, so I'm going to go ahead and speed through this part. But that's what I do a lot of times when I do party favors. I add the actual flavor or fruit or whatever the case may be to the actual design, so that it feels more like realistic packaging. So here I'm sizing it, but I didn't like it, so I went ahead and took it off, and I'm looking again for something else to add to the design. So here I finally found a picture that I wanted to use off of Google, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that background that is a lifesaver, and I'm going to go ahead and size it up and fit it in the design. And I ended up tilting it to the right, and then I'm going to go ahead and crop and make it fit the way that I feel like it should. So we're going to go ahead and crop this all the way up under the name so that this piece of chicken won't be just like, we won't have to cut that off. It'll already be cut off because we have the bow already, and then the chicken is sitting behind the bow. So we're going to we're going to adjust the brightness, contrast, and saturation for the chicken to make it pop a little bit, add some warmth and vibrance maybe as well. And then, of course, you guys know we're going to go ahead and add a shadow to this as well. Again, I add shadows to mostly everything that I do. So now that we have our chicken placed, I'm going to go ahead and add some green onions in here, just to give it a little pop of color. I really love that color green in the design, and I think it goes very well. And we're going to also add a shadow to that and move on to the front portion. So now what we're doing is we're adjusting the text, and I'm also adding in Soraya's middle name to the bottom portion for additional design. We're adding it right up under the Soraya, and we're going to go in with one of these Sailor Moon fonts, and we're going to go ahead and make sure that we have a lift or shadow under those letters as well to make them pop because they are a bit smaller. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group all of the design at the top together, and I'm going to paste it for the front portion of our template, just so that it can have, so that everything can be seamless and go together. Now, for this part, I am not using the Sailor Soraya because I wanted to put my baby sis on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and download her picture, upload it into Canva, and then remove the background. I always remove background for the pictures. And now we have to figure out how to place it. And I was just playing around with different things here at this point. And then I thought, well, we don't need all of these other things because we want to make it about my baby sis. So I went ahead and grabbed some clouds from the elements portion. And again, all you see me doing is just pulling them and cropping them and then just fitting them in the design and moving everything around. And I'm adding a lot of different little elements, but you can always use your elements tab in Canva. And then we're going to go in with a shadow on Monique's picture. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust it and brighten it up. Now, at this point, I was looking for other things that I could have added into the design to make it feel like Sailor Moon. So I wanted to add a moon. I thought that would have been perfect for the design, placing it in the background. And it was. So that was perfect. But now we have to figure out the best way to put it in there. So we're just adjusting it and playing around with different things here. Now I am going back in and figuring out how I want the welcoming sailor portion to go. I realized that I didn't really like how it was. So I kept trying to figure it out, but then I stopped and I added in my brother Reggie to the front because you know what I'm saying, he helped make the baby, so you need to be on the front too, sir. And they didn't really have a picture together, so what I did was I pulled a picture from her, pulled a picture from him, and just put it together. Now I'm just adding in the words welcoming and sailor again because I didn't like that big spacing between that font. And sometimes when you download different fonts, they do different things and they don't act or space correctly. And there was nothing pretty much that I could have done to that. So I just wanted to pull each word individually. Now I'm just trying to fit everything in the design so that it looks good to me here. And I'm just changing the color to the font here. And now I am going ahead and I'm trying to figure out a way to add Mandarin to the front of the container. So that's what you see me doing here. So I ended up just putting Sailor Soraya in the Google Translate. I'm not sure if this is exactly correct, but I wanted to add actual Asian elements to the design. I wanted it to kind of give you that 90s to 2000s DVD cover look. That's kind of what I was going for the front of this design. So here I'm just adding that in. And I'm going to add it to the top portion as well because that is just so cute to me. You guys, it says Sailor Soraya in Mandarin on the design, and I just thought that was just so perfect for the theme. I didn't want to do too much, but this welcoming word was just getting on my nerves, y'all, and I was trying to figure out things that I wanted to add. I'm like, maybe I should add some baby bottles, and then that didn't look right, so I'm like, no, we're just gonna leave it with the galaxy design and just add more layers of stars and clouds to help really give this the galaxy thing, because Sailor Moon is about the universe and they help fight crime in the universe, and I just really love that show. So I'm really trying to do my best to keep up with the theme here. So again, we're pulling that shadow, guys. Shadow for the font. For anything that you design, baby, put the shadow, because what are you doing? So now I think we're about to get into the bottom portion of the design. I think I was satisfied with how this came out. So we're going to work on the bottom portion, and the bottom portion of the actual cup noodles is just a barcode, and I was just playing around with this one. Didn't really care for the I love you one. That's more so for Valentine's Day, but I just wanted to see how it would look and feel. And that's what designing is mainly about, is just figuring out what looks and feels good for you, and taking your time with it. So here I'm adding the barcode. So now that both of my main designs are done, I'm adding finishing touches, which would be to add the actual logo of the noodle cups on the bottom here. And this is a way that I always like to spruce up my party favors. I like to add the actual logo of the actual item that I'm wrapping or creating. It helps to me bring authenticity. Oh my God, y'all can't even say that word. To your party favors. All right, guys, and now what I'm doing here is I'm pulling up one of my old projects because I was lazy and I did not want to do the baby shower facts, nutrition facts over again. So I just pretty much am going to copy and paste from my baby shower. And y'all, these chips were so cute, and hopefully I can upload the video from me doing these chips. Oh my gosh, from my baby shower were just so freaking adorable. So I'm just gonna go in and just copy this whole thing, and then I'm gonna bring it over to my project. So now I am just pulling the baby shower facts onto the back portion of the template, and I'm just trying to figure out if I want to keep the same font, change the font. Again, part of designing is just trial and error and figuring out how you like things and how it looks to you. And one thing that I really need to do, I just need to go ahead and add this to my templates. So one of these days, when I do that, the description will be in the box below. The link will be in the description box below, so that you guys will have access to the nutrition facts, the baby shower nutrition facts, or if you want to change it to a birthday party, however, whatever event that you're doing, you will have these, because I use the same template in all my party favors, and I just end up pulling it from my last or previous project. So that's what you guys see me doing here, is just editing it, changing the fonts, and just making it flow with the new project. The design is almost done, so we're going to add in the last parts, which say thank you for coming and sharing this day with us. And then so now we have downloaded the design. We're all done, and we're going to go ahead and send it to our printer. And also, when you are designing in Canva, make sure that you are downloading PDF to print. And this is what it's looking like as I'm sending it to my printer. I do have a Brother printer, and it does use cartridge ink. But so when we print, you always want to go ahead and use the dialog box, and you want to make sure that you are printing on the highest quality and making sure that you're using glossy photo paper settings. That is the type of paper that I use for these type of party favors, and those links will be in the description box below as well. Y'all, look how shiny and beautiful it printed out. I did use glossy photo paper, so if you want to use the same paper I use, look in the description box below. Now it's time for assembly. I'm gonna go ahead and use my slicer to cut the design out, and then we'll be back for assembly. Now we're gonna just trim the edges, and I'm going to go ahead and finally lay our label. So we're gonna pull the design off the backing just like you would a sticker, and you are going to wrap it around the cup. So we're just trying to make sure that this is flush, and I didn't do a very good job. As you can see at the end, I get a little bit of wrinkling because I wasn't controlling that front portion, and when I was trying to lay it down, and it was already laid, and you know, once you stick something, you can't really unstick it. So but y'all, look at that shine. That paper is so bomb, and the colors is just so bomb. Everything about this was just so bomb, and I'm just so happy that I got to do my niece's baby shower. She's on the way. I'm so excited. So I was so happy with this and how it came out. Stay tuned in the video to see some footage from the baby shower and how they were presented.